Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, we're considering the Congregation Bible Study lesson for this week, and this one is 26, entitled The 12 Spies. The Israelites are so intelligent, and that's why they have this team of spies with a secret mission, and the result of this mission will change everything. So they left Mount Sinai and traveled through the desert, and there they received a message from Jehovah. Jehovah told Moses a secret mission: send 12 men, one from each tribe, a capable man, to spy out Canaan, the land that I'll give to the Israelites, the promised land. So Moses chose 12 men and said to them, "Go to Canaan and find out if the land is good for growing food. See whether the people are weak or strong, and whether they live in tents or in cities." So that's the mission, and the Bible is not mentioning the name of each one of these spies, just two of them, Joshua and Caleb. And they went into this secret mission, and after 40 days they returned, bringing back figs, pomegranates, and grapes. And they reported, "It's a good land, but the people are strong and the cities have high walls." Then Caleb said, "We can conquer them. It's a piece of cake. They're a piece of cake. Let's go right away." And we understand the point because he and Joshua trusted in Jehovah, and that's why before Jehovah, these people from Canaan, they're like piece of cake. But the other 10 spies said a different report, and they said, "No. The people there are huge, like giants. We seemed like grasshoppers next to them." Two versions, two reports, completely different, like the day and the night. Then the Israelites were discouraged, and they began to complain and say to one another, "Let's choose a different leader and go back to Egypt." We're surprised about some of their reaction, because was so strong what they feeling about Moses. Some of them really hate Moses, and that's what we learn from their reaction. So Joshua and Caleb, trying to calm down, said, "Don't disobey Jehovah and don't be afraid. Jehovah will protect us." But the Israelites couldn't listen. They even wanted to kill Joshua and Caleb. Of course, not all the Israelites, some of them. And Jehovah was observing, was listening the situation, and he said, "After everything I have done for these people, they still don't obey me. So," his sentence, "they'll stay in the wilderness for 40 years, not 40 days, 40 years, and here they'll die." That's the sentence. They didn't repent, they didn't change their mind. Only their children and Joshua and Caleb will live in the land that I promised to give them. And we can notice their determination to be loyal to Jehovah, and their trust in Him, that He was with them to conquer these people from Canaan. And that's why he said, for Jehovah, these giants were like piece of cake to Jehovah. However, this report from the rest of the 10 spies discourage the people. And they were rejecting Moses, as we can see in this lesson. They dared to ask another leader instead of Moses. Even wanted to kill Joshua and Caleb. And Jehovah was there observing, listening, what they're saying, what they're doing, what they're thinking. And Jehovah was not happy with their actions. So this is really important, and we learn some valuable lessons from this account. For example, because of their rebellion and their disobedience, Jehovah postponed the fulfillment of his promise, of his word. He had promised them the promised land, Canaan, but he said they must stay in the wilderness for 40 years. The consequence of their rebellion, of their lack of faith. This was not the first time they said negative things about Moses, about his leadership, about Jehovah, but this was the last time they did so. On the other hand, sometimes we face challenges and situations like giants, but when we keep in mind that Jehovah is with us, we see those giants like piece of cake, because Jehovah is with us. Another lesson we learned, the negative report was contagious, and it's the same today. If we are sharing bad news, negative news, gossip, rumors, complaints in the congregation, this is going to be contagious, so we must be careful with our words. In the family, it's completely normal we face situations and challenges, and it's intimidating. It might be intimidating at times. And we could discuss with our family our fears, our challenges. And it's okay, it's valid to accept our giants, but we shouldn't do is doubting about Jehovah, doubting about his power to help us in our situation. And like we said, when we keep our mind about someone who's trying to reach his spiritual goals, we could encourage him instead of discouraging him. How? Through negative words. Someone is doing his best, we could encourage him and congratulating him because he's doing his best, reaching his goals. A practical way to apply this lesson in the field service is when we try to keep our students, they are facing giants. They're facing temptations, sins, addictions, and it's hard to them. It's like struggling with giants, and we must remind them that Jehovah is with them also, and He's helping them to do the best. Dear brothers and sisters, this is the discussion for the study for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful day and hope to see you in our next video.